Hey guys, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 68, and we're going to be doing some work on this part in here. We're going to be tackling our first real interior of the castle today. So we're going to be working on the feast hall right here. I want to get like a nice raised platform back in this area, get some cool rafters going up there, and probably get a table going down either side. And we got some cool stuff going on here, trying to decorate this out to make it look like a pretty legit feast hall. We got a few weird things that we got to account for, like this is a 5 wide and this is 4 wide, so it didn't interrupt the doorway. You can see that's actually off by 1, so that all those are 5, but we got a 5, a 4, and then like this weird thing over here that we're just not really going to look at. So yeah, that's what we got going on today, and I want to start by actually tackling this little section right up here. So I figured we could go ahead and just kind of make like a nice area up at the top. Let's see, where are these going? These are one below where that cross beam is. So as you can see, we have dark oak going up, and then we have spruce going across. So we're getting a nice little extra, little bit of color transition going into this guy. And I want to use dark oak here for the support, and then to keep with our red theme that we have going in for the castle, I would love to actually go ahead and do a little bit of work with some acacia wood slabs and things like that to make it look a little bit more interesting, so we can get a lot of cool stuff going on in this guy. And I think we're going to be able to get some fun stuff going. Hey, we do have a staircase in here now. That is right. I forgot I put this guy in. That's good to know. And we can jump down into this area. And I want to go with, for now, I'm thinking we're just going to go with, on top of these guys, we're going to do something like this. And then probably just bring acacia wood slabs going straight across here. Just making it super, super simple. I know we're going to have that little weird bits with the window right there, but I'm okay with that. I don't think it'll look too bad. And then for this guy, what I really want to do, actually, you're supposed to be a dark oak block. But what I really, really want to do with this guy is go ahead and kind of turn it into more or less like a 1 wide little walkway. And for now, we're just going to come in here with our regular trapdoors that we have and outline it so there's a little bit of a barrier right here with the trapdoors. The reason for this is I want to leave the middle here very, very open. And if we went out another one so we could put fences across the top, our inside little strip would only be 3 wide. If you think about that versus it being 5 wide, and I think it really opens the area up a lot more. So we're actually going to go ahead and get another one of you. Yeah, definitely. Oh, please. Nope, we cannot make that. Let's see if we can go ahead and let's see if we can get out here. Let's see if this will work. So it can spit us out up here. That's not too bad. We can make that work. No, we can't. Maybe we can. Yeah, we can put maybe like a little stair right there. A little bit of the stair action. The stair action can save us. It means we'll have a way to actually get up into this area, so that'll be kind of nice. But we'll do that for now, just while we're working on it, cleaning all this stuff up. But as you can see, we got a little bit of stuff going here. And let me go ahead and get all these trapdoors in, because they're going to take a while. Because we got to go ahead and get them on the outside of the block. So I got to go ahead and place a block here, then place a trapdoor on that. So it's going to take just a little bit of time to get that stuff in. And I'll meet up with you guys once I get all that stuff in place, and we can start working on all the tables and things. And actually, we'll probably do the front area first. So I'll see you guys in just a few. All right, guys, here we go. We got this all in place, and it's looking pretty cool. So these trapdoors we got in here, again, we're probably going to change them out for something else once we get more things going on in here. And you guys will have to let me know what you think about this. So in order to keep that even with what we got going up here, I had to move it over 1, and it kind of staggers it off the side of that guy. So it looks a little weird, but I don't think it's weird enough to where we need to actually like change something on it. Right here, so what we could actually do though is we could turn this into like a stone brick frame for the door. I think that might look pretty cool. We could go ahead and do that. We actually need to go ahead and get 2 buttons right here to make it symmetrical with what the outside is, so it'd be something like that. But I want to go ahead, yeah, I think we're actually going to go ahead and do some like stone bricky stuff on here. So let me go get some stone stuff, and I'll be back with you guys here real quick. So you can see right here on the outside, we went ahead and did stone brick, polished diorite, and then stone brick, polished diorite, and then some chiseled bits right up there. So we're going to go ahead and try and copy that, and it's going to start with a stone brick right here. And then we do another one right there. And I'm thinking that's right where we need to come back in and do these polished diorites. And bam, and bam. I should really just bring all this stuff down to my bar so I don't have to keep moving around. There we go. Make it a lot easier on ourselves. And then right here is where we actually want to go ahead and do this little like looped up bit. I believe that's where it goes. So right back here, we would actually, if we want to keep it exactly the same, we need to do something like that guy right there. And that's not too bad. That's not too bad. We can kind of slowly round the door off like that right there, and so we can still keep that wooden beam going across the top. And I think this will be enough to kind of help bring that support structure in, and then also allow us to use that top bit right up here and have that be off-centered slightly, so it makes more sense because this isn't a wooden frame anymore. It's a full-on stone brick frame, which I think will help a lot with allowing us to add some more detail into here. So I think that'll be pretty good. So we can make sure that this looks good from the outside. And yeah, so that looks like that. And I actually did a polished one right up there. So I guess because we're walking over the door, we might as well just go ahead and do this. I think it's okay to have a little bit of something going on in here. So we can do that guy right there, you right there, and then it's polished diorite right there in the middle. All right, yeah, that looks much better. Okay, cool. So that's where we're at now. And what I want to do next is I want to work on getting some like cross beams going on almost so that they make a little bit more sense. I guess on this guy now here, we could actually, no, let's go ahead and leave it on those corners and make it look extra supported on that side. But I wanted to go ahead and from that guy to that guy do a cross beam, and then from that guy to that guy do a cross beam. And then one thing I hate is actually going ahead and leaving all that red showing through there. So what we're probably going to do is take some like acacia wood and some spruce wood and fill in that whole area with some stairs and all that good stuff and make it look more like an actual interior of a roof with a good slope to it and all that cool stuff so that we can do as much as we can. So let me go ahead and figure out what we're going to do for these cross beams here and probably go chop down a few hundred trees so we get enough stairs to do this. But yeah, I'll be back with you guys here in a little bit. All right, guys, so this is kind of what I got going on here for a little bit of a crossbeam action going here. And what I wanted to come in here and do next is kind of something like that. And then if we could get around to this side, do a little guy right there. And I also want to do one on top. But for starters, let's go ahead and just get this iron bar dropping down here. Because what these are going to be are some cool little chandeliers that we're going to be working on. So we're going to go ahead and do something like this. And then I want to do like another iron bar right below it if we can reach that. I don't think we can right here though. I think we're going to be just too shy. So like that right here. I've never actually built a chandelier on this scale in Minecraft, especially in vanilla. So give me a break with this guy. I think we're just literally going to do something like this just to make it super, super simple and put some torches on top of those guys. That could be... I think that's a pretty decent chandelier. Do we want to keep it at that height or do we want to drop it down one more? So let's see that one right there. And then if we dropped it down one more like a so and then took these guys out of here, I think this might actually be able to do some good for us as well. So something like that. That's not bad. What if we went ahead and actually replaced that top one with an iron bar just to give it a little bit more variety to the shape of this. And we're down at the bottom. Let's see what can we, no, we cannot. Well, there it is. I think that actually looks pretty cool. So that could be something we can work with right now. I'm going to leave that one in there. You guys will have to let me know what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get another one up right across here as well, connecting these two up. I'm thinking about changing that to dark oak. I really am. You guys will have to let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let's do this one with dark oak on it, just so that it looks a little bit darker of a wood. So let me get that guy built up and I'll be back with you guys. All right, so here we go. We got the second one in place, and I gotta say, I kind of like that dark oak up there. It blends in a bit more than the spruce does, but that's something that I still want to hear back what you guys got to say about it before we make our final decision. But I do like these chandeliers kind of hanging in here now. It's looking a lot better. I'm thinking what we're going to be moving into tackling now is this floorway. I have some cool ideas for what I'd like to do here. We're going to do like a nice red carpet that's going to come and be 3 wide, and then it's going to probably just be 1 wide going down the middle. And we do some red wool blocks underneath it so that we can have some different little variation to it. And I'm thinking on the edges where we can, so let's do a solid wool block right down the middle. So like right here, bam, 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 and then that's the middle. So we're going to do a solid red wool block right through here, probably end like right there, and we'll do carpets on the other sides. And yeah, so let me go ahead and get this guy in place here real quick, or at least get the wool and the carpet and all that stuff, because I got a cool little trick I want to show you guys as well, where you can add a little bit of a border to the carpet without actually using a full block. So guys, we got a little bit of an issue. We only have this much wool left. That's it. from everything we've done here. And our sheep farm obviously is not as many sheep as it has been before because they keep glitching out and dying in the corners. I think it's something with like the way I'm moving the water that they get stuck in these corners and don't want to move beyond. And also somehow they're getting up there. So that's super fun. That's a project for another day. This sheep farm was super useful when we first got it, so I guess we did get our worth out of it. But we'll have to figure out something else for the future for sheep breeding. So maybe a project coming soon. All right, guys, so we are back. I got a little middle strip in here going down the center. And what I want to show you guys is basically you can go ahead and do some stuff like this. And I'm hoping this works exactly how I think it's going to. I've seen this done a few times before, and you'll see that it kind of gives like a little bit of like a line to it. I think that's kind of cool, something we can hide in here. Somebody actually reminded me of this over in that snapshot video I talked about for 1.13 where you can make the map markers by using armor stands underneath the item frames. And the way they made me think about all this is that, or they were talking about how you can use if you have like long straight roads in your city or whatever you're working on, you could actually go ahead and do you could do some things like this and symbolize the roads in there if they're not shown up as much as you would like on your maps. So that's kind of cool. I figured that it's a little too long and a little too straight, so it's not something that I would really use that for, but you know, it's just something out there that you guys can do if that's something that you are interested in. But I thought this would be kind of cool to go ahead and do this little thing right in here and just kind of play with it, add some more interesting shapes and things like that, because I'm trying to find ways that where we can mix up stuff, break the boundaries more or less with vanilla, and just trying to add some more unique things to our world. So obviously, because we have this guy right up in here, we got to figure out what we're doing with the outside of the room, and that is why I have some stone and some polished andesite on me, because I'm going to go with probably one of my favorite looks for the floor is literally just doing, and goodbye torch, but like that. And then bam, bam, and like that. You've seen me use this before in different areas, but I want to keep this floor pretty plain and stony. So we're just going to go ahead and do something really simple like this guy right here, because obviously we got to go ahead and actually make it look pretty cool on top. So let me go ahead and get this floor in place. It's going to take a little bit of time just because of how much stuff I actually have to place down. This room doesn't look that big, but it's a pretty good size, so I'll be back with you guys in just a few. All right, so the floor's in place, and this is how dark it is without any torches on the ground. So obviously that's an issue we're gonna have to be dealing with, because you can see it, the light level gets down to like 1 or 2 without the skylight in here. Yeah, like that's spawnable right now. But even if we came through and did something like this in here, I'm thinking it still is too dark, but we'll see. So we can play with something like that. And then we'd have to also do like there and there just to make it symmetrical and all that good stuff. But what is the light level? Yeah, so 7 back there. Something could spawn. But that's something we can deal with later. But I'm thinking, honestly, these corner ones, I like the straight lines there and there, but the corner ones are kind of messing with me. So I'm thinking about maybe we could go ahead and get rid of these guys and do some torches hidden underneath the ground like that. And go ahead and do that again on this guy right here. And maybe that'll help with our lighting issue that we have going on. And I think that helps kind of ease out the corners and gives a cool little bit of extra little look to it. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the floor is looking in here. I think it's looking pretty cool. I know it's a little bit of like little stony stone looking, but I think that's pretty cool. It's a little too much gray in here, but I think after we get the tables and chairs and all that cool stuff in, it's going to be looking pretty freaking awesome. Let me go ahead and get a few more things in my inventory ready to go here so we can go ahead and build this front guy up and get a small table put up on there so we can kind of get the idea of what this whole thing's going to be looking like. So I'll be back with you guys in a few. All right, guys, so I've been doing some work and the whole ceiling is now covered with wood and stairs and all that good stuff, and I think it's looking pretty great. I love the look we're getting. There's a few little pockets where the red comes through, but I'm okay with that. So for this guy up here, I want to go ahead and tackle this main area right now. So what I'm thinking is we kind of just trace something like this, and we might actually want to just move it out to the side completely and just say screw it and do something right there, and then we can do bam, and then so pretty much what I wanted to do was have just this nice little polished andesite border going on like that, and then we go ahead and bring in like a nice little smooth stone there, and then fill this whole center area here with smooth stone as well, just really trying to lighten it up and have it be like the main focal point. I know that means this doorway right here is going to be kind of interesting, but I'm thinking what we can do is just something like that, and that'll help us get through. I'll change that to cobblestone or stone brick later on. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. What I want to do for the table up here is something just kind of like, no, that's not at all what I wanted to do. Yeah, so I want to go ahead and get like a nice dark oak table up here, just to make it look more like professional, or not professional, but like more royal and good and all that cool stuff. And then back here for a nice little chair, I want to do 2 chairs on this guy so that we can have actually because I wanted to go ahead and do like wooden trapdoors on the sides of the chairs like that. But if we do these chairs so close to each other, because what I was going to do is the wooden trapdoors like that, and then we come back here with like an acacia door and do something there to get like a nice little back to it. And these could be kind of like they're more royal seats. But I don't think we can do that. So we might go ahead and just do 1 chair up here. But you know what? No, we got to squeeze in 2. So we might as well just make this like the 5 wide one and go ahead and do something like right there to there. And these we got to bring up because they cannot be down there on the ground. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and do something like that. And here in the middle, we can go ahead and put in some slabs, but I don't have any. Let me go ahead and grab some of those real quick. All right, so I think I got it figured out. We're gonna do 1 big chair right here and have this have little trapdoor arms on it, so it's kind of like a larger one. It's more of the royal one. And then we're gonna go ahead and do a smaller chair right there and a smaller chair right here. We're gonna get rid of these guys here in the back. We'll deal with those later on, trying to make it more unique and interesting back here. I know we're kind of in like a tight spot here, so we don't actually have a whole lot of space to squeeze stuff into. But I'm thinking that's going to be good for our main area right up there. I'm thinking a banner and a banner right there could be kind of cool as well. Then we can go ahead and now take a look at what we're going to do with this side area right here. So I want to do a table stretching from there all the way down to here. And then we can go ahead and grab some oak wood stairs and do bam and bam. And we can grab the oak wood slabs and do bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I think that is a good way of doing a table. So we can do that, and then do boop, boop. Nope, boop there. Boopity boop, boop, boop. Right there. Cool. Good stuff. Ready to go. And that's looking pretty good. So what we can come in here and do is we're kind of using the spruce as like the way of showing like, I guess, a chair more or less. So we can go ahead and place some of these guys in here doing like every other or something like that. And bam, and bam, and bam, and bam, bam, bam. So like 6 on each side. I think this will be a good like starting point at least for our chairs. And I think it's going to be a good little touch that we'll get going in here. Obviously, I got to go ahead and bake some cakes, do some item frame, cool stuff, get some things on the walls and all that other stuff. But we're looking pretty good so far. We could almost go ahead and squeeze another table in right back here to here and just do like a small little like kids table. It's like the little kids who get to eat in here. They get to be in the corner. But like good old Christmas dinner or whatever it was when you'd be at the kids table still with your family. Yep. We're going to have one down here just so we can have more space for people to eat and all that good stuff. We could almost make this table a little bit longer too and bring it all the way out to here and then do like that. And we need an oak wood stair, bring that guy back in. And that allows us to grab 2 more seats in here because this is supposed to be the feast hall after all. It's not supposed to be some tiny little boring guy. So yeah. I think that's looking pretty good. Let me go ahead and do some more stuff, get some stuff on the walls in here, and spruce this place up and make it look real nice. And I'll be back with you guys a little bit later. Well, guys, I think this is going to have to do it for today's video. We got this whole area in here finished up, looking pretty freaking awesome, I gotta say. We got 4 cakes in here. It's a freaking party. We got some storage over here in the corner. I threw a little shelf up there. I know it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for a shelf with some storage to be open in a feast hall, but it's gonna fit there because I couldn't think of anything else to do. We got a little keg right there. We got a keg right there with little tripwire hooks as like the taps. Over here, I really like doing this. So pretty much I put an armor stand down, you drop an anvil on top of it, and then I put our dark iron chest piece and dark iron helmet on the armor stand, and it looks pretty cool, like a bust or something. It'll look even better in 1.13 because this model actually is updated to being the same model that is in Bedrock, so that's pretty cool. And then it also gets rid of that weird little flickering thing in there. So that's kind of just prepping for that update. The table up here in front is actually pretty bare open right now. We'll get some more stuff up there later on. I'm basically waiting for item frames to be able to place on the surface in here, and we'll come back in and tweak this guy here a little bit, adding some food items around the tables and things like that. I think it'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this guy's turned out. We got banners freaking everywhere, and it's looking great, and you can really tell that it's a nice old feast hall. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy, subscribe if you loved it, and I will see you guys in the next episode.